Hello and welcome to your daily love message from your person. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And I'm going to bring in the Twin Flame Supernatural Power Couples Love Messages deck today. So what does your person want you to know? And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsxo@gmail.com. So thank you, angels. Wow, jump straight out, first card there. Wow, look at this, amazing. What do they want you to know today? What's on their mind? What's on their mind? I've got two cards and I've got a card moving on top there. So this card jumped out. So I feel this is a really powerful message. I feel this is the important message they have for you. Against all odds. Now that's a song, as you know, by Phil Collins. It says, against all odds, no matter what comes against us, no matter what challenges we go through, our love makes sense. Our love works. We'll get through this. And it's really powerful because for those Buffy fans out there, you'll recognise straight away Xander and Anya. You know, Anya is an ex-demon and Xander is this kind of nerdy guy. So it just shows, you know, all differences connect. So it doesn't matter what differences are between you. And, you know, in this example, you know, you've got Anya was this kind of like a dark force, you know, she was like the dark force, Xander was the light force, and they came together. It's like yin and yang energy. It's the balance. It's like the balance of the sun and the moon, the yin and the yang, the positive and the negative, because we don't ever really have any light without darkness. You know, we appreciate the light because of the darkness. So, for example, when it's dark and you turn the light on, everything feels nice. You don't appreciate it if there wasn't that dark. So it's understanding that it's the yin and the yang that creates the power. So this message is saying to you, no matter what the differences are between you, whether it's age gaps or religious differences, or you're from different backgrounds or places or worlds, you'll get through it. You're meant to be. You're designed perfectly for each other. And you bring out the light in them. And they bring out the darkness in you for healing. So you mirror each other because you bring out of each other all the good and the bad. And you see the good and the bad and the ugly in each of you. You know, when I say ugly, I mean the darkness within. You know, when we're feeling in that dark negative energy, when we're feeling stressed out or we're feeling anxious or we're jealous or, you know, we're not, it's like it's shown on the face. It's darkness. What they're reminding me is, there's a film called Shallow Hal, okay, and the angels communicate to me by showing me things in my mind that I'm able to process and then talk about. So for me, it's like shows and films. So there's a film called Shallow Hal with Jack Black in and Gwyneth Paltrow, and what Jack Black is kind of, you know, very shallow, like he sees people on the surface. He doesn't see the good within or the beauty within. And Tony Robbins comes and puts this mojo on him, so that he can see through the physical appearance. And there's this beautiful girl in it, and she's a cigarette smoker, but there's this kind of beautiful girl. She's beautiful on the outside, but because she's smoking all these cigarettes and, you know, it's like she's aging prematurely. So when Jack Black looks at her, when Hal looks at her, he sees this kind of older woman. He doesn't see what's on the surface. Does that make sense? So what I'm trying to say is, this is about you bringing out of each other the good and the bad. And when you get triggered on this journey by your person, when they bring up that fear in you, which really you're accessing through your own self, but when you go into jealousy because maybe there's someone else, or maybe they say something you don't like, or they're not doing what you want, it brings up that pain. So it's written all over your face. You know, if you're feeling like you're holding on and you're feeling desperate, it's like this energy and it's like we're holding on. Whereas when we relax and let go, it's like a calm comes over us. So when you're in the letting go energy, your face has got no frown lines, you're feeling happy. It's like your skin becomes flawless again. Whereas when you are stressed out, you may have frown lines and you may be squinting a little bit because you're struggling to see properly. So it's written all over your face. So this is reminding you that you bring these things up for healing, and this is also how you can see beyond the illusion. Because if you look at your person, whether it's through a picture or you see them at work or you see them in the street or however you see them and connect with them, you can see right through what's going on. But it's written all over the face. You can see if they're miserable, you can see if they're happy, you can just see it within them. So the message here is, no matter what the differences are, no matter what's going on between you, your love makes sense and it does work. Oh my goodness me, this is powerful. This is like Xander saying to Anya. So this is like you saying to your person, against all odds, our love makes sense. It works. You're saying this, we'll get through this. This is you being the light. And this is really your person saying to you, even though these are both coming from your person, but this is like the masculine saying to the feminine here, your love changed me. It changed me for the better. And you're saying, well, against all odds, our love makes sense. It just works. I don't know how it works. It just does. And I love this because it's showing you that you're going to be together no matter what. You know, this is a deck I created. There's only a couple of cards in here for Anya and Xander. And for them both to come out, it's a really powerful thing. So again, it's mirrored energy. It's showing you that you both know this love has changed the both of you. And you both know that it makes sense and it does work no matter what the differences are. We've got Klaus and Cami. So if you like the originals, you're going to love Klaus and Cami. You see into me. So this is your person saying to you, you see into me. This is what I've just been speaking about. That you see beyond the illusion. You see beyond the surface. And that makes them feel vulnerable. And that's why they can push you away. So if your person has been pushing you away, whether that's been because they've just not been around, or they've been distant, or maybe they've said something that's pushed you away, or they've ghosted you and not said anything and it's pushed you away, it's because they feel vulnerable. They feel vulnerable because you have that power to see within their soul, because you are part of their soul. So they're saying to you, you see into me and that makes me feel vulnerable. That's the reason I push you away. Because Klaus absolutely adored Cami. He adored everything about her. The person she was, the hair she got, the face, her features, her physical appearance, everything inside and outside. So your person loves everything about you inside and outside. It's just that you make them feel very vulnerable, and that can bring up feelings of insecurity, and those childhood memories can come up and surface, and that can also make them feel like a child, and it can be very scary, and that can be why they push you away, because they're afraid of being hurt or they're afraid of losing you. We've got Charming and Snow. Wow, from Once Upon a Time. I will always find you. So it doesn't matter what happens. You know, in the show Once Upon a Time, Regina casts a spell over the whole town, so they all lose the memories. And Charming and Snow don't realise, well, they don't know each other physically because they've been separated by the spell, but they feel it deep inside. They recognise each other through the soul. So this is reminding you, wherever they go, whatever happens, no matter how long the separation, no matter what happens while you've gone your separate ways and learnt your different lessons, you'll always find your way back to each other. This is reminding you that all paths lead home, and they will always find you. Think about Prince Charming and Cinderella. He finds Cinderella out of everybody because he has that glass slipper. And he knows that no matter who tries to put their foot into that glass slipper, only Cinderella will do. And it's the same for you. It doesn't matter how many people try and fit into your person's life or fit into their world. They know that only you will ever do. And they will always find you. And what I'm connecting with here as well is Snow, which is about winter and cleansing. So there's also a cleansing and a healing and a coming back together taking place during these winter months ahead. So between December and April, there's going to be a big coming back together, a reunion. And we've got Angel and Buffy, they're watching you from afar. So remember this, if you're a Buffy and Angel fan, this is also what happened. You know, Angel kind of stood on the sidelines watching Buffy. Why? Because he was protecting her. He wanted her to be safe. He was watching over her like an angel. So your person is watching you from afar, even if they aren't communicating with you right now. They're watching you through social media. They're actually communicating with you today through social media, through posts that you may see directly from them, or things that are representing their feelings through others, even watching this reading today. So they're watching you from afar, and that could be for many reasons. It could be because they are in a karmic relationship. It may be because they're not able to come to you and express their feelings for some reason. It may be just because they're feeling extra vulnerable right now and they don't know how to respond. They don't know what to do next. They're searching for answers. So they're letting you know they're watching you from afar because they're protecting you right now. And remember, you're always being protected by angels. And you are tough. They give me fear. So, you know, when you go into your own fears, remember who you are. You are a warrior. just like Buffy. You are strong and powerful. Just because you may look feminine on the outside doesn't mean you aren't masculine on the inside. And it doesn't matter again about gender. I'm talking about the way you are. You may come across as very gentle and very loving and kind, but you are a warrior. You've become that way. You've become gentle and kind by being pushed to your limits. You know, there's a real misconception out there that people think that people who are light workers are fluffy and positive all the time and don't get hurt. And that's just not true. We become fluffy and positive all the time because we are warriors and because of the tests we go through and the tribulations and the fact that we find faith in the dark times, that we find light in the dark times, that we make that choice to do that. And that's very inspiring. So remember, you're always being protected. You're being protected in this connection by your angels, by God the Creator, and by your person. Your twin flame is watching over you, watching you from afar until they can be with you the right way. And they will always find you. And I feel you need to know this too. For anyone who feels they've been cursed, or for anyone who feels there's black magic being put on them, or what you need to know is no matter what's going on, no matter what you believe is or isn't happening with outside influences, they will always find you. It's not going to stop you from being together. So be very wary of people who say you've got to pay lots of money to have things like spells or hexes or curses removed, because it's just not true, okay? You can call on Archangel Michael to remove those things if they're even there. Most of the time it's people put your fear in your mind about it. But no matter what happens, they will always find you, because against all odds. And that's what you need to know. No matter what's going on, your love makes sense and it works, and it will work because you're meant to be. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.